Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the big show, the Big James and Sunda show.
How big is it? That's what I want to know.
So
How big is it?
big, it's bigger than my
nose.
and my nose.
There you go. There you go. I couldn't think of
My
anything to say.
nose.
You know,
Last
something?
week my nose, this week my nose.
Everything. It's been so much. We try to remain evergreen on this show, but I have to talk about the Jewish holidays because I have to tell you something. It takes more out of you than two C-sections and teeth too. I'm sorry
Whoa,
about that.
what's going on?
I don't know.
How
I'm
are
kidding.
those teeth? Whose
They're
are they?
doing good. Whose are they?
Yeah.
They were made in Taiwan.
Made in
but here's
Taiwan.
what they're my
Yes.
teeth. They're my teeth. I'm still paying. Here's what's
You're still
happening.
paying.
I'm
Yes.
talking about a young like you can't imagine. We don't want to really talk about like
Jewish holidays at Sunda's sometimes feel a little bit like a Klan rally, okay? Things happen, things are said, I can't Passover.
some things we can't repeat.
We can't repeat. Well, one year you had the serial killer, which we talked about on the show. That was unbelievable.
We had a serial killer.
Another year you had the Persian woman who came in and
she
got
thought
upset that the black woman downstairs wanted to use the washing machine.
Because she wanted to use more than 3.
And she didn't think she actually owned a condo in the building.
She
thought
said if you
was
looked at her, you would think she was housekeeper.
She did. She
This was
said
my
this
guess.
to Sunda. You
You
would
can't
think she
make
was
this up.
housekeeper.
You can't make this up.
And then last year, one of our good friends, who's a brilliant writer and he's very funny, he prepared a roast.
Right, for our producer.
For our producer. And he's roasting Ray, our producer, and he makes a joke about Korean girls.
Right.
And didn't realize sitting right across from him
Was a Korean girl.
Was a Korean girl. And it was very embarrassing. So we told him, hey, you made a joke about Korean
Little
girls.
offensive.
It wasn't very nice.
It wasn't nice.
So the next night, Sunda had different guests. She had a Chinese girl there, and he showed up, saw the Chinese girl.
And apologized profusely, and I mean profusely, about his actions from the night before, but it was the wrong girl.
She had no idea what he was talking about. It was the
She's not
wrong
even
girl.
Korean, she's Chinese.
She's Chinese. He said, I'm sorry about those Korean jokes last night. She was like, I wasn't here last night.
No, she waited though because she was stunned, so she listened, and we didn't know what to do.
It was
mad.
If you thought the first night was rough when he was making the jokes, the second night during the apology,
the second night was terrible. It was uncomfortable. I have uncomfortable moments that are going on.
But there's even worse.
There's
than
even
that.
more. There's even more.
Then we had this one guy, an old friend of ours,
Yes.
who used to invite all the time.
I invite him, but
and
he's
he used to
fancy
bring
now.
a different racist.
Yes, he used to bring a different racist each time to my home. So then this one woman
The
came.
racist of the month he was dating.
This is unbelievable. She was just so British, and everything was just so proper. And this, and so me being a little well-traveled, whether you know it or not, I just was curious. I said, "Where were you born?" All right, and James is like, "Why are you always so nasty to people? You're nasty to..." No, he says I'm nasty to people, but I just wanted to know where she was born. Look, you're British, right? You're like, "I love you, yeah, Beatles stuff, right? Why can't you tell me where you're born, right?" So he says, this was what James says. James says, "Can't you just be nice once in a while to people?" I said, "I am nice." So I asked her again. She was like, "Does anybody have a fag? I'd like to smoke and do. Where's the loo?"
Yeah,
all
and
these
the girl wants a cigarette, and she happened to have some acne. So what Sunda says to her? "You really shouldn't smoke. It's terrible for the skin. You'll get it." That's what you said to her. She clearly has acne, and Sunda just lets her know, "You really should smoke. It's really bad for the skin."
It's bad for the skin.
But finally, Sunda got to the bottom of where she was born.
And I said, "Where were you born?" She said, "Would you believe I was actually born in New Jersey?"
New
I'm not
Jersey,
going to say
yes.
where because she might be watching.
But she didn't make any outrageous.
Dude, she went to school for 4 years in England, and she said she had an accent. My husband went to school in England, and trust me, he's straight out of Brooklyn,
Right,
all right?
well-
So that's bizarre. But then we go.
No, but she didn't want to eat the food because you were black and that you also
I
had
know.
Latinos. That's right. So she was a racist. She had
She didn't
racist.
want to touch the black
Right, she
hand.
didn't
The
wanna-
black hands
right,
are only good
right.
for one thing. Another
But
girlfriend.
she wasn't
who
as vocal
posted
as the other
friggin',
one.
Aunt Jemima picture on her website after being at my
Who,
house.
me?
The anorexic,
The
yeah.
anorexic, yeah.
Yeah, piles
I don't
up the plate
remember
with
that.
food. Now my food's from the ribs at Doheny Meats are like $8 a pop. She's like,
A bite, $8 a bite.
I'll have more. I'll have more. Nobody's eating. I'm noticing this because I have to, pay for this. And then she goes to throw it away. And I go, "James, she's not throwing it away. You're taking it home. You're taking it home."
I didn't take it home.
No, I told her to take it home.
Oh, you told her to take it home?
Damn right I did.
Yeah.
At these prices, you're going to take it home.
I
You're going to sit
can
there.
assure you she hasn't eaten it.
Dude, she's out there pulling her hair. You're
Okay,
crazy.
whatever, but
let
she
me go
wasn't
on.
racist,
That
though.
wasn't as bad. She put up Aunt Jemima.
Maybe
on
she's
her
a
website
fan.
afterwards. She's not a fan of Aunt Jemima.
All
All right,
right.
here's the next thing. The last thing is that this same friend of his who brings these strange people.
Friend of ours.
No, it's your
friend.
friend.
of ours. Hey, hey,
His girl-
hey,
hey.
whoa. You invited him this year. All right? I didn't invite him. Friend of yours.
He's watching the show.
That's
Hi,
okay.
you
How
know
are
who
you?
you know who
you
we're
know who we're
talking
talking
about.
about.
You know who you
brought
are.
a girl to
You
Sunda's
brought a girl to
who
my
made
house.
some outrageously racist
Outrageously
comments.
racist comments.
To a very educated woman who is Spanish and said, you would think, this girl says, she's not even Jewish, and she's like, oh my God, you would think with us being so close to Mexico that Sunda could get better health.
Said it out loud.
Out loud.
No shame.
None.
And he's in love with her.
He's in love with her.
He was like, look how cute. She's making fun of
You know what's
Mexicans.
unbelievable?
Adorable.
It's like
Yeah.
it's adorable. He goes like he goes. That's what I like about her. Like
That's her sense of humor. That's what he said.
He
That's
goes,
her sense
"A
of
sense of
humor.
humor."
It's a dry sense of
yeah,
humor.
let her
yeah.
come to Patterson, New Jersey. We'll dry her out.
Yeah.
Listen, stick around for some more show. We got some.
Just like that? You just done? You going to
No,
career?
'cause you got
That
me
was
all-
so abrupt. What was that
Got me all
about?
upset again. I got upset.
You're
again.
upset?
Yeah.
Why? Why are
She
you upset?
She insulted people who are
This
very
was
close
years
to me.
ago.
Doesn't matter. She's still in his
What
life.
about your friend who drank so much
Oh God.
he was done. The whole
Okay, that's my friend. My friend.
That's your friend.
I
I
met
didn't
through
invite
you.
him. This all takes place at her house, so they're all her friends.
Now they're my
Okay.
friends, okay? When they first came out to LA, okay,
Only once
James
were they
had a
my
posse.
friends.
James had a posse, but I didn't know they were going to turn into like scotch drinking alcoholics puking in my bathroom with my kids screaming.
One of them did do that, yeah.
Yeah, and then broke my. I mean,
But he didn't make any racist comments.
no, he couldn't even get off the floor. How could he make a comment?
You're right. If he wasn't sober enough to make any comments. You're
It's
absolutely
unbelievable.
right. It is
It's a
unbelievable.
zoo. And then my husband says to me, you're going to get us killed one night. That's what he did say. He goes, if you invite one more stranger, because I have just one more to tell you. I'm not going to even mention
Just
this.
meets people and says,
I
"Come
meet
to
people,
my house."
and I've got this woman who's contacting me who wants to know who's coming. She wants to know who's coming. She wants to know if my housekeeper will be there. I think she's got something for my housekeeper.
And she's inviting people.
And she's inviting people.
she's inviting
right.
people.
She's inviting people. If you're inviting people, invite them to your house, and you go to Doheny Meats, and you pay for it. That's all I'm saying.
That's all
Not
she's
that I don't
saying.
love
Now we
you.
gotta take a break.
Now we gotta take a break.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, we
I'm
do have
just
to take
doing
a
what
break
you
now.
do.
No, I'm just. Now
All
we're
right,
gonna
we're
take
gonna
a
really
break.
take a break now. Are you sure? Are you
I'm
okay?
so
Calm
sure.
down. Calm down.
No, I'm upset.
Breathe.
I'm not gonna breathe. I'm not gonna cook again either.
That's okay.
I'm done. If
You're
you
done.
guys are watching,
She's
and
done.
I'm done. I'm done. You can't put up Aunt Jemima pictures after leaving my house. You can't talk about Mexicans in my house. And you can't sit there with your phony accents when you're born in Jersey. Because you know what's unusual? I was born in Jersey too, and I spent a little time in London. And you know something? I'm still a queen.
You sound that's a Jersey accent according
you
to
go.
this other girl.
All
But
right,
I will
guys.
say this: if you can, befriend Sunda. Try to get invited to one of her high holiday
Something
dinners.
crazy is going to happen.
I mean, it's really remarkable. I think Ringling Brothers contacted her this year to videotape the.
Listen, before we
The
go,
ser-
let's
the-
just say
the
this
dinner.
one last thing.
Yes.
In Jewish law, you cannot reject someone who invites himself for Shabbat dinner when they're a Jew.
Okay.
Do you remember the woman that called, God rest her soul? Remember the girl that called and says, I'm coming to your house for Shabbat dinner, and as a Jew, you can't tell me no.
I don't remember this.
Yes, you do.
I do? Okay, I remember
Oh,
this.
God, you do. I'll
Yes,
tell you.
I
Want me to
do.
refresh your memory?
What? She used her
picked-
hands?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I remember.
Okay.
She used I have a hand thing, as you know, if you watch the show, and I'm always sanitizing. And
This
this
woman
woman
reached.
into stuffing. You know, like stuffing, like turkey stuffing. You would use a spoon for that. She just reached it.
reached
and
with her hands.
I was like, I want to see how she serves the soup. That's what I was thinking after she did that with the stuffing. All right, but now we really got to take a break. We got to go to commercial. You okay?
We got to eat.
Don't choke. All right, we'll be right back. We have an incredible, tremendous.
Don't have a self-inflated image.
Okay. We'll be right back.